Hey everybody, how you doing today? Welcome to Traveling with Bruce. This is Bruce here, and welcome to winter. What do you think of this scene? Does this remind you of a winter Christmas scene? The snow is gently falling down. My big pine tree outside my front living room window is getting covered with snow, and just looks like I should put decorations on it. It's ready to go. Christmas just around the corner. Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. Welcome back to my channel. This is December the 19th, 2017, and today is daily number 19. And I'm telling you folks, I keep forgetting, I could use the fingers here 19 times. Wow, 19 dailies, it's fantastic. I want to welcome you all back. If this is your first time that you've ever watched this channel, somehow someone fooled you into coming here, somebody tricked you into coming here, well, welcome to my channel. I'm Bruce with Traveling with Bruce. This is a channel where I have a bunch of playlists on travels that I've done, places I've been. I've got a few other playlists on So I Know You Like a Good Story, where I've got stories that people say, I don't think that's true, but no, these are true stories. You got to check them out. I've got about 95, 96 videos up now, and people seem to enjoy them. I get the occasional comment, I get a thumbs up. If you like my videos, give me a thumbs up. If you hate my videos, give me a thumbs up. I need all the help I can get. I'm a small guy. We just passed 120 subscribers, not 120,000, 120 subscribers. We were at 70 subscribers a month ago. I was just looking at my statistics, and I have added 50 odd subscribers in 30 days, from 70 to 120. This for us is viral. I'm going viral. Views, we just passed 25,000 views for the channel, and I thank you very much. We're now exceeding 500 views a day. Again, on the Casey Neistat scale, it doesn't register, but on the Traveling with Bruce scale, this is big stuff. So thanks for enjoying them. I hope you're enjoying them. I don't seem to be getting any nasty comments, so that's great. And I'll try to keep improving. Today, it is so dark outside with the snow coming down. It's pretty to look at, but when you're trying to film, this face, when you're trying to film this, you need all the help you can get. So I got lights on me all over the place to try to brighten up this area so that I don't come off like I'm in a cave. It used to be so much easier, but it's just not that easy anymore. Today, I wanted to talk to you folks about the cruising business, the cruising industry. We are nearing the end of 2017, and I thought I would tell you a few statistics and a few trends that are coming in the cruise ship business. A lot of you out there who are subscribers of mine, I know, are following me because I talk about cruise shipping all the time, about cruise ship holidays. I've got, as you regulars know, I have cruise videos out there about how you can find a good deal on a cruise, how you can find a deal on a repositioning cruise. What is a repositioning cruise? Secrets on how to pack for a cruise, how to get ready for a cruise. I got all that stuff and more coming. But today I wanted to talk to you about what you can expect to see going forward. And I just found some information today about cruise ship deliveries and that type of thing. I'm going to put on my glasses here so I can read my notes. First of all, between 2015, 16, 17, we just finished, 17 new ships were delivered to cruise ship companies. And that represented 41,000 more passengers being accommodated on cruise ships over the year or two before. That's a 9.1% increase in capacity. That's massive. I mean, if American Airlines were to increase seat capacity by 9% in 1 year, it would make CNN. I mean, this would be news like you wouldn't believe. They'd have to place orders for aircraft in the hundreds of billions of dollars. I mean, it would just be crazy. So 9.1% increase in the cruise ship capacity just in the last year or two. That represents, on an annual basis, over 2 million passengers being accommodated on cruises, additional passengers. For 2017, the stats are now coming in, 25.8 million travelers will have traveled on cruise ships in this past year. That's more than 2 million a month going on a cruise, or 500,000 a week. You think about the logistics of this. If you got 500,000 people a week going on a cruise, that means you got 500,000 people a week getting off a cruise, because in order to change from one to the next, you got to get them out of the room to get them back in the room, and in between the time frame, you got to clean the room. So think of the laundry being done, the bedding being arranged, the towels being done. 500,000 people a week out and 500,000 people a week in on average in the current cruise ship environment worldwide. It is truly phenomenal. It is growing wonderfully, actually. For 2018, the numbers now already with cruises booked, they are estimating, the cruise ship industry, the association, they're estimating 27.2 million passengers. That's another 1.5 million additional, or about 5% more growth again in actual bookings of passengers. It is a growing area. And because of that, more and more cruise ships are being delivered to cruise lines. More and more cruise ships are being ordered by cruise lines. And the numbers are truly staggering. For 2018, this coming year, 27 new ships will be delivered to cruise lines. Now this is a combination of ocean liners for like the Carnivals of the world, Holland America, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, MSC. And then there are river cruise ships coming, and that's a sector that's really exploding. And then there are specialty ships being delivered. Now I'm hearing, I've seen press reports and releases about cruise ships that can hold 400 to 500 people only in 5-6 star luxury, out of my price range, that will take you to the Antarctic for you know, an expedition there. You know, the kind of stuff we used to read about in history books that the explorers used to do. Now it's becoming more reachable for those with the kind of cash you need to book a cruise like this. We're probably talking $1,000 a day, $2,000 a day per cabin. That type of thing. Very expensive, but hey, exotic, and you gotta offer something for those who have that kind of money. I just wish I was one of those people. Between now and 10 years from now, or 9 years from now, until 2026, 91 cruise ships are on order right now. 91 additional cruise ships are on order, worth $58 billion. The build out and the money involved is staggering. 239,000 additional beds, which translates into an additional 11 million passengers a year of capacity for the cruise lines. Now, assuming that all ships sailing today will still be sailing then, which isn't true because certain ships will be retired, but you just do simple math. You add 10 million to the 27 million we have now projected in 2018 to go on a cruise, 37 to 38 million passengers are expected to be cruising within a decade. This is how this business is tracking. It is just phenomenal. I also read today that half of all cruises that are being taken now are being taken by people who drive to the seaport to get on the ship. They don't fly. Only half the passengers actually come in other than in their car. Now, in Europe, probably a number of them take rail. But in North America, the other way to go, if you don't drive in, you're probably flying in. And I found an interesting stat. So I know that I personally took a cruise with my wife out of New York City, out of Los Angeles, New York as well, but in Los Angeles in particular. I was just thinking about this. We left Los Angeles on a Mexican cruise, and we had driven to the United States from Canada. And we had taken a 2.5 week trip overall, and it included a 1 week cruise to Mexico and back. And I had researched it that it paid. It just made sense to park the rental car, literally the rental car, in the parking lot beside the cruise ship for the week. And paying $115 to park the vehicle for a week was a bargain. It was security, 24 hours a day, security around it. We got back a week later. Nothing, no problem whatsoever with the vehicle. A little dusty on the windshield, obviously, because it's sitting there for a week. Once you wash the windshield wipers off, you were fine to go. And we had our vehicle. And the beauty of this was that we were able to bring on board our big suitcases because we drove to the ship rather than flying on an airplane. When you fly on an airplane, you got those darn baggage fees, and you have those weight limitations, which are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So you got to be careful with how many bags you take and how heavy they are. With a rental car or a vehicle of your own, you bring the big suitcases. The cruise ships don't charge you for a 70-pound suitcase versus a 40-pound suitcase. They may care, but they don't say anything. They just take you, and you're good to go. So that's something to keep in mind if you down the road, if you're thinking of a cruise and a little extended holiday. Nothing wrong with flying to Orlando and then renting a vehicle and driving down to Miami for a few days and then getting on a cruise from Miami. Park your car nearby, maybe a little cheaper than $115 a week if you can find it, and your car's waiting for you when you get back. But anyway, that's another topic for another day. New trends in cruising for 2018. These are some of the new gimmicks that are being introduced this year to the cruisers. This one I think I quite would look forward to this myself. This is electric go-kart racing on the Norwegian Bliss. This is a new ship that Norwegian is bringing out. It's a biggie. And they're going to have a 1,000-foot long track, go-kart track, which is a dual-story go-kart track. You get into the car on the lower level in the shade, and then you drive up a ramp to the upper level, and you race around this twisty, windy course, and then you come back down to the lower part, race around one time, and then come back to the pit area, and you change out of your car and let the next person in. Electrically operated. However, they've got speakers in the go-kart right by your ears that mimic the sound of a gas engine. So you'll feel like you're racing a go-kart with a motor, whereas in reality it's just an electric motor. So from an environmental point of view, it's clean. You won't be surrounded by those fumes. I hate those fumes of these two-stroke engines in a closed environment. So you won't have that issue at all. So that sounds like a pretty cool thing. We'll see how successful it is. Another gimmick coming, Royal Caribbean is introducing outdoor laser tag after sunset. Certain ships on Royal Caribbean's line are going to be fitted out with the right kind of software, Wi-Fi systems, whatever they need to do here, to allow certain areas of the upper levels of these ships to be designated as laser tag zones in the evening hours. And they're building out all kinds of obstacle courses and sets and all kinds of neat tricks. This should be a lot of fun. And you can sure see how Royal Caribbean is going after the family adventurous family market, let's say. This sounds like a pretty fun gig. The first underwater lounge is going to be debuted later this year on a Mediterranean line, where patrons who want a cool one will go below deck into a room, a large room that will have several windows looking out into the water, under the water line, that are sort of fisheye type windows. They're super strong, in other words. And they'll, I guess, dim the lighting on the inside of the lounge, and then probably have some outside lighting to help you see even better, depending on the sunshine and that type of thing. And I guess how close you are to a reef system in this sort of area, it's going to be a bit tricky for the cruise lines, because you know, you want to show people fish, you know, underwater schools of fish going by. You're going to have to be near reefs. Well, reefs are kind of bad for ships. They sort of tear them apart, and they, you know, leak water when that happens. So you're going to have a bit of a delicate balancing act going forward on this. I don't know how successful this will ultimately be, but a cruise line is giving it a try, and they feel that they have the itinerary to make it work. Now, for those of you who either know someone that has done well and likes you, you know, that's the secret, they like you, or you've done well, like you won the lottery, you got an inheritance, you know, a windfall has come your way, I got the deal for you. A 2-story suite is going to be available later this year on one of the new ships. I believe it's a Royal Caribbean. I'll look into that a little further. $40,000 a week, you can rent this suite, and it can hold up to 8 family members. And here's what you get inside a $40,000 a week fun suite for the family. It's a 2-story suite, first of all. It has a slide, a tube-type slide from the second floor down to the living room. It has an air hockey game. It has a Lego wall, so you can play endless Lego with this in this thing. It's got a video game corner. I don't know what that quite means, but it's got a video game corner. A popcorn machine, of course. I mean, you gotta have a popcorn machine. It has a private deck with its own whirlpool that can hold 8 family members at a time, so everybody can jump in. And it comes with a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week butler, just to take care of those little things you need taken care of, like my drink is a little low, my coffee's getting cold, I'm kind of hungry. They'll take good care of you. For 40 grand a week, you too can enjoy some of the luxuries at sea starting later this year, 2018. So, you know, there's something for everybody. As you folks know out there, I delight in finding cruise deals and letting you know about them. And one of my hobbies is if I can find a cruise on a 5-star type of line, high-end cruise line, for the price of a 4 or a 3-star line, that's a winner to me. I don't mind being the poorest guy in a nice neighborhood. I don't mind that. It's okay by me. Because the staff on board doesn't know that I'm the poor guy. Not because I don't dress in rags necessarily. And so you get treated like everybody else on board. And if the staff thinks that you're paying, $3,000 a week for a cruise and I got in there for $625, I'm the winner. I like this deal. So that's what I love to do. And you regulars out there, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, today, that is my topic. What's been going on in the cruise line industry and what's coming up. Exciting changes, exciting developments, a lot of development going on, a lot of build-out going on, and I'm sure we'll hear a lot of additional announcements as the year goes on for deliveries in 2019 and 20 and beyond as well. It's going to be something. This is an area of the cruise business that is I don't want to say booming, but it is growing strongly. And repeat cruisers are coming back. First-time cruisers are discovering it. Millennials are discovering cruising now. They are starting to reach that age where 10 years ago they went, only old people go cruising. And now they're sort of reaching that middle age area where, my mom and dad started cruising when they were in their 40s, and I'm kind of 38 now, and maybe I should look at, well, here we go. The millennials are coming. Most interesting how it's evolving. It's great. Anyway, that's my video today. Thanks again for watching. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you really like what I'm doing, please subscribe. I'm really excited about how the numbers are coming on for my subscribers. Keep coming, people. I'll promise to keep working hard to bring you more videos as fast as I can, as interesting as I can. Have a great day today. This is Bruce with Traveling with Bruce saying, we'll see you next time.